Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hello, people. Good morning. Another beautiful day. Yup. Hope your 5 senses work. Hope your health and strength is good. What? What's up, gamers? Yeah, paperwork is due. What is wrong with you people? Turn in those paperwork or else. Talking about this Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal here. What's up, Tweak Town? Here we go again. Listen to this. Federal Trade Commission judge orders Sony to mostly comply with Microsoft subpoena. FTC administration law judge has ordered Sony Interactive Entertainment to mostly comply with Microsoft subpoena for sensitive business documents. Says here, FTC administrative law judge D. Michael Chappelle ordered Sony to mostly comply with Microsoft subpoena for important documents and data relating to Microsoft Activision merger defense. Then it says here, Microsoft legal counsel is currently building a case that defends the proposed 68.7 buyout of Activision Blizzard. Such a case requires a lot of information on the video game industry, and both the FTC and the parties, and it says in parentheses, Microsoft and Activision have subpoenaed relevant players to obtain the info, include non-party like Valve, Nintendo, Google, and Take-Two Interactive. Says here, as a complaint in the case, Sony is also involved in the process and has been subpoenaed by Microsoft. Essentially, Microsoft wants to use Sony records to help systematically break apart Sony allegation and debunk the FTC antitrust complaint, while also defending itself against any point that the FTC complaint counsel may also make in the administrative court hearing in August. There's just one problem. Microsoft is having a hard time attaining the document from Sony. The complaint, Sony argues in part that Microsoft requests for documents are simply too much and that it could take a lot of time and money to fulfill. Then it says in parentheses, Sony says it could cost up to $2 million to provide the record. It says here, in fact, Sony has requested 3 extensions in order to gather the documents, which have all been granted by Judge Chappelle. Sony then filed a request to quash or cancel some of Microsoft's requests. Judge Chappelle has largely ruled against Sony quash requests. Sony is ordered to comply with the majority of Microsoft's subpoena with a few limitations. Some of these denied requests are much more important than others. And then it says then it says European Commission, April 25th decision. CMA, Competitive and Market Authority, April 26th final report. Then it says Commerce Commission New Zealand Commerce Commission New Zealand, April 28th decision. Federal Trades Commission, August 2023, early 2024, trial begins decision. And then it says Sony asked Judge Chappelle to limit the number of custodians or record keepers that would be included in Microsoft subpoena. Chappelle denied the request. Certain Sony employees have access to very important files, including Hideki Nishori, who has direct knowledge of PlayStation console trade secrets. Sony also says that PlayStation CFO Lin Tao records are mostly in Japanese. Chappelle denied the request, and Sony has been ordered to deliver the documents from the agreed upon custodians. And then it says here, Sony wants to extend executive Hideki Nishori and Lin Tao from Microsoft list of record keepers, but the FTC denies the request. Sony will need to provide data from agreed upon customers or record keepers. And then it says here, remember that Sony will be responsible for providing the documents in a certain amount of time. Sony will also have to redact and block out irrelevant information as to not give Microsoft access to its trade secrets. Then the translation work that will need to be done so that Microsoft counsel can understand interpret, and use the information provided. Sony must also provide information about its exclusivity agreement that were made with third-party publishers. This has been significantly controversial among gamers, and it is highly unlikely that the public will get access to this information. But Microsoft would undoubtedly use Sony's lucrative PlayStation exclusivity contract against the Japanese company in its defense. And then it says here, for the reference, the FTC has issued a protective order to seal and redact any sensitive information from the public. Then it says in all black here, it says the nature and extent of SIE, that's Sony Interactive Entertainment, content licensing agreements are relevant to the complaint allegation of exclusivity arrangements between video game console developers and video game developers and publishers. And then it says Judge Chappelle said Sony didn't completely lose though. Judge Chappelle has granted Sony requests to limit the range of specific documents requests from 2019 present. Sony would have originally had to check data that goes back all the way to 2012, including contractual deals that it had made with third-party publishers alongside many other metrics and performance value. Then it says here, the FTC administrative judge breaks down exactly why he issued the order in the filing. 1. Sony Interactive Entertainment request to limit custodian is denied. 2. Sony Interactive Entertainment requests to limit document requests include requests 14, 19, 22 through 25, 28, 29, 35, and 43 to the time period January 1st, 2019 to present is granted. 3. SIE request to quash documents request is denied. 4. Sony Interactive request to quash document request 13 is granted. 5. SIE Interactive request to quash document request 35 is denied. And then it says 6. Sony Interactive Entertainment request to quash or limit the subpoena, including its definition, instructions, and document requests in accordance with Exhibit H to motion is denied. And that's the end of the article. Tweak Town, you guys are a fool for this one. Derek Strickland wrote the article. But anyway, that's the end of the article. So yeah, if you're going to take Microsoft to court, let me say this. What's up, Tweak Town? Look, if you're going to take Microsoft to court and you're gonna call the regulators on Microsoft, the CMA, the FTC, and all of that. You're gonna call. They're all getting involved in the case, and you're gonna try to use them against Microsoft. You best believe, Sony, that Microsoft wants paperwork from you. You don't get a free ride in this. So you're trying to limit documentations? No, they want all paperwork. So you're gonna have to deliver these paperwork in order for this trial to go forward. And Microsoft is going to use that against you. See, Sony, you should have to me, you should have let the deal went through. You know, you should have let the deal went through. And this is all on you too, because when the whole situation started, all you cared about was Call of Duty. And not only that, you were blocking games from coming to Xbox by hitting them with time exclusives. So Microsoft tried to put an end to it, and you had the Call of Duty contract, and then Activision Blizzard was going through their problems. And that's two things that Phil Spencer saw. One, your Call of Duty contract was about to be up, and 2, nobody owns Activision Blizzard. They're up for grabs. And Facebook tried to get at Activision, but it didn't work because Facebook had their hands tied. So once Microsoft saw that a sense of urgency kicked in. I guess Phil Spencer went back to the heads at Microsoft and said, look, we need to jump on this. You know, we need to jump on this. Activision needs our help. The heads at Microsoft is like, okay, what y'all think? Should we get him to the head of Microsoft is sitting there talking to the other heads like, what y'all think? Should we get involved? Is it any of our business? Should we care? Should we help them? Should we mind our own business? Should we leave them alone? Does Activision Blizzard matters? What benefit is Activision Blizzard to us? Questions like that. What y'all think? Should we help them? Okay, go. Take $68.7 billion with you. And Microsoft is like this, with his like an eagle with his claws out. And Sony sitting there cupcaking with Call of Duty, not realizing what's about to happen. Microsoft went like this. Got him. The deal is done. Microsoft now just bought Activision Blizzard. So by the time when Sony realized just what just happened. One, your contract with Call of Duty is up, and two, you don't own Activision Blizzard, so you were sitting there getting distracted with the contract of Call of Duty, thinking that okay, you know, Activision Blizzard situation, it will solve itself. Nothing's gonna happen. We can renew our contract anytime. And that was stupid thinking. Phil Spencer beat y'all to the punch. Microsoft is like this. Got him. The deal is done. So now once Sony realized what just happened, they start to panic. And then they start running to the UK and the regulators for help. Then the FTC, they jump in, try to block the deal. But then 98% of the shareholders out of 100 agreed to the deal. That's one. The employees agreed. The employees at Activision Blizzard agreed to the deal. That's two. You got 75% of the public. That's three. You got 4 countries now: Serbia, Saudi Arabia, Chile, Brazil, supporting Microsoft in this. Then you have Nvidia and Tencent. They're supporting Microsoft in this. And then you got Valve now. They're spectators. They brought their own lawyers with them to the hearing to learn more about this business. And then Take-Two, they're doing the same thing. They're bringing their expertise with their own lawyers to the case to learn a lot, to learn some things. Yeah. So Sony thought this was going to be a free ride, thinking that the regulators and the FTC was going to bail them out. Microsoft countered that now by saying, okay, we want documents from you, and we don't care. You're coming at us, now we're coming at you. So if they can't produce those paperworks, then you might as well call the case off. Yeah, and the judge is not showing no mercy here. Okay, because even he is shaking his head like this. The FTC is like this, shaking their heads. The UK and the CMA, they're like this. Like, Sony, what were you thinking? Why didn't you step in when this whole situation happened? Why didn't you? What about you, Nintendo? Why didn't you step in? Yeah, Microsoft beat everybody to the punch. So, yeah, if you're a company and you go up against a corporation like Microsoft and they want paperwork from you, you better deliver it, or else. Okay, so there's no excuses. There's no excuses now. So, yeah, Microsoft is playing for keeps now. Okay, Activision and the shareholders, they're ready to fight the FTC, tooth and nail. They're not backing down. So yeah, Microsoft ain't backing down either. So Sony, you don't get a free ride. You don't get a free ride in this. They want paperwork from you. They want all of it. They don't care. Redacted, nothing. This article talks about redacted. Nothing is redacted. Everything. Everything. When you get to that courtroom, you better provide your evidence. Okay? Yeah. They don't play. So yeah. Tweaktown. Thanks for the article again. Anyway, this is gonna be a fight, man. Yeah, this is gonna be a fight. And what? We're what? In the second day of March? In the second day of March? Okay. All right. Well, there's some more countries that's supposed to be joining this this little court case. This case. Oh yeah. And other companies might join Microsoft too. So this is gonna be a battle, man. Sony, you want beef? You got it. Microsoft ain't backing down. So yeah. You should have let this deal went through, man. You know. And but this was all on. This was again. This was all. This was you and Nintendo's fault. For not caring about Activision Blizzard, because they were out in the open. They were out in the open, going through all kind of problems. Nintendo, you didn't step in, so you don't care about Activision Blizzard. Sony, you didn't step in. You don't care about Activision Blizzard. All you care about is Call of Duty. Microsoft said, okay, we'll take care of it. Like an eagle with his claws out to catch fish. Got him with 68.7 billion. Oh yeah. So they want paperwork? Yeah, the pressure is on now. Pressure is mounting. Yeah, Sony, turn it in. Anyway, latest video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Board, dark side. Peace.